Yo, it's 2024 and we're near our 40s. You want to talk about Akuma? and what Akuma can do?
Did you know that Akuma has a air fireball? Holy shit!
He does the raging demon!
I feel so old. I have been talking about the new thing that Akuma can do since Christ 96, 7, what?
Like,
since I was literally a child.
Like, we are actually, as that last generation, pre-internet, into internet, as that generation of, like, 8-bit into photorealistic games, where we've really experienced this full breadth and expansion at an exponential pace. And fuck, do things really barely ever change, do they?
We
don't want them to, right?
We've done this so many times that I remember us joking about, like, oh, what new stupid nonsense they're gonna give Akuma. They're gonna just give him, they're just gonna go to Tokido's house and just hand him the medal now. Right? It's just all this nonsense. It's like, oh, here comes the trailer. What could they possibly give him that is more busted than we imagined? Oh, command grab out of the fucking fucking insane.
Man, I just, on this note of wherever you go, there you are, is the vibe. I saw the other day, like, J.J. Abrams is apparently going to be directing a Back to the Future reboot. And there's a tweet that was just like, this dude has been making movies for like half his life, and the only thing he wants to do is just, my childhood though. Like, that's the entirety of it, right?
It's pathetic. But it's so embarrassing.
And it's just like, man, like that. But this is really just, we just want the thing we know. That's all we want. We're just these creatures of comfort and habit. Give me my blankie, no matter.
Listen. We have alluded to this. We have said something similar to this, but Akuma is not, oh, I just want my blankie, right? Akuma is a tax. Akuma is a tax on people who play fighting games the way the lottery is a tax on stupid people, okay? Akuma should be there. He should be there. He's more mandatory than some of the fucking original 8. And he will be there.
Honda.
He will be there.
Looking at you, Honda.
But maybe a little bit extra. Maybe a little bit extra for Akuma.
God damn it. He's back. He's old. He's angry. They fixed the lion mane by turning it into a beard. They put barbarian fur on him, and he's evil and he's mad.
That shot of him with the back with his arms out, he just kind of looks like a fucking anthropomorphized penis.
I mean, yes.
Like the veins and the skin, like it's just
textured, rough, coarse, And and you're gonna fight him on Akuma Island, and fucking, generic what is it? John World Tour walks up to him. And
is that what we're calling him?
I believe that's what he's been being called. And then he jumps down and shoryukens the shit out of you, and you land on the ground and you survive. And he next to the statue of the shoryukened head off the statue that he also did. And you're like, motherfucker, he's still cool. There he is.
It's interesting, like the intros for the other characters is all like the character's doing something really cool, and they'll have a little standoff with your guy, and they'll obviously be better than John World Tour, but the new guy's got some things. Here it's like, hey, you survived getting rocked by Akuma. That's worth something.
Now, lore heads, take note.
This is so funny to me. He
doesn't just do a shoryuken to you. He does a fucking Metsu shoryuken wholeheartedly stolen from Ryu. He ate that shit in Third Strike and went, oh,
that's good though.
Oh, you got me.
Go for some of that.
And he hits you in the chin and holds it and does the same level of pressure into explosion, and X copies it. And so now he's got a fucking evil, call it a Mesatsu Shoryuken, whatever you want.
Oh, we look over at someone in the chat, Chillaxing J, saying Akuma kill count is 0. Oh, not so fast! Because the description of his stage describes that Akuma sits around making statues all day of the hundreds of opponents he has destroyed.
The new stage, Enma's Hollow, which is essentially Akuma's Island from the old from Third Strike and Street Fighter Alpha 3 and so on. So yeah, off screen bodies. Don't worry about it.
He killed like 500 guys.
He killed the whole bunch, And again, until old man Gotetsu shows back up,
that would be so fucking funny. Wouldn't he be like 150 years old at this point?
I mean, propped up by true Satsui no Hado and Psycho Magic, perhaps, who knows, but regardless. So he's there, and we got to see the actual gameplay style. So for one, it looks like they've taken not just all the Akuma stuff that you got used to in Street Fighter V, but they're taking all the evil boys and putting a little bit of them into him too. They sprinkled in, so Evil Ryu, Oni, and Kage all have particular target combo things that each of them has, and he has a little bit of those as well worked in. He has the V trigger stuff that he had in Street Fighter V as his EX or OD moves now. So when he does the Shoryuken, he does the chop afterwards.
Having those be EX moves instead of V trigger seems way better.
Yeah, it's all there. He gets it all. Air Fireball, I got you covered. Ground Fireball, yep. You want to charge it up further? Red Fireball,
that lava shit from Tekken.
So yeah, he's got the new punch, right? He's got a new move. It's a big old lava punch, and it is his equivalent of Ryu's, Gohado, like the right. So he like charges it up, and the same thing for the level 2. It lands it hits you into a crumple state where you tumble and hit the wall. Hashogeki rather, it looks cool in combos. He's extending with it. And then the big thing has always been his demon flip and how annoying he's going to be with it. So before, he could dive kick, he can slide, he can throw you, but he always had to commit to something, right? Here, he can do demon flip into overhead, which he couldn't do before. Then he can dive kick. He can do a low, so he gets a high, low, mid, or he can just land in front of you. So he can actually do it to nothing, which is really, really good. Because
what if you wanted to use a EX meter?
Then you get your extra fireball. Then you get your he gets extra shit.
And you get Tatsu in the air
Tatsu
off of
demon flip.
So
as long as you spend your meter for it, right? So he loses the command grab out of demon flip, but that's because they put it on the fucking teleport moving forward. Of course, with that, they mentioned that the teleport going forward no longer has invulnerability, so he can get hit out of it. But still, it's a fucking
whatever.
It's a command grab on the ground, dashing up to you, catch you sleeping. So Akuma's got one of those now. He gets everything and then some forever because that's Akuma. Akuma's job is to have more and then some. 4 supers, the only character with 4 supers? Fuck that. Give him 5. Right? He's got Fireball level 1. He's got Air Fireball level 1. He's got his
Lava Punch level 2.
Lava Punch level 2. Also, all level 1s have that invulnerability moment, but the others tend not to. Fuck that. His level 2 gets invulnerability as well.
Yeah, why not? Fuck you.
Eat shit. And then his level 3, which I like it. I know some people are saying it's kind of underwhelming because it's like that.
I really like it.
I like it because it's like that.
It's the chop from Third Strike.
But it's point blank, straight to the face hit. And it's
great.
Because it's like in 5, they were going for a kind of simple, effective, brutal feeling with Geef's super, and they failed completely because the animation
It was the worst ever.
It just no-sells it, right? But here they want to get to the point of like, this is just brutal. He has no qualms about hitting a downed opponent. Drop you down, fuck off, right? So it's a big murder punch to the ground. It's just death. And then you get your Raging Demon, which, okay, I always didn't like seeing what was going on because when we started to see it, it didn't look as cool as just
when you start to see it, it was just like, oh, it's dark.
The
and
magic.
He's hitting you a bunch from different directions.
Exactly. That's not anywhere near as cool as the idea of like your soul is being dragged to hell. And your sins and a demon is feasting on, like, you know, all the lore implications of like your instant hell murder, where your sins and the guilt you feel and all of that, the Ghost Rider aspect of it, you know, you lose a little of that when you see the flashes of him just punching you a bunch and shit. So it's like, okay, it's a glorified Ryaku Ranbu, which is like the Ryo and Takuma style big rush combo hits, sure.
Yeah.
But this version time now, it's like, okay, no, let's take that a step further. You get warped into a Genjutsu-ass Itachi dimension.
Yeah, that's some Naruto shit.
And an infinite sky of Akumas is all flying in at you.
That's great.
And each one of them is doing a hit, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, no, that works again.
And you can even like headcanon it to like in 4 or 5 or whatever, when you saw, it's completely dark and it's like 1, 2, 3, and it's just really fast. Those were all different Akumas.
So when he goes die 1,000 deaths, it's because 1,000 different Akumas are coming at you, right? And then the full like expansive, and it only lasts a second too, but it's just enough to register a holy shit. You know,
there's a lot of Akumas.
Where
out
am
there.
I? What's going on? You know, and then like I'm
being told by chat to say the word domain expansion.
Domain expansion, sure. Get your JJK going.
They'd win.
And then he does it. I'm like, you know what? You sold me on it. Then that's fine. That works. It's cool to see as well on his old costume. They have the throwback, of course, but I'm glad they included just a hint of the gray on the sides. So it's like it's the younger Akuma, but like right before Third Strike looking, where he's getting a little gray on the bit there. So
unlike Street Fighter V, where I saw the new Akuma design and I'm like, this is a secondary tax on you buying the old Akuma design. Mm-hmm. I look at the Street Fighter 6 one and I go, that's great.
Yep.
But I also like old Akuma.
Yeah. But
I flip flop between them if I could, or if I want to.
And as everyone figured it out back with the old Lion Sunflower look, where it was like, just make it so that it's a beard and his hair is growing out wildly, and that's fine. No one hates the beard. It's just the fact that it's a perfect sunflower circle.
You look like a Shih Tzu.
You know, yeah.
You look like a tiny little poofy dog.
And the whole time, the effect is to try and look like an old Buddhist statue, an old
or like a lion.
To look like a lion, and to give off the God, what's the fucking word? Anyway, whatever. You know the deal. The shit he's killing all the time from the temples. But yeah, this kind of a particular type of demon for the
Oni.
They did that. Yeah, an Oni, exactly, an Oni.
Oh man, I just looked at the trailer again. I can't believe colorblind Volcano Island is way in the back there.
Yes, an Ashura. That's what I was trying to remember. So he does all of that. But yeah, you didn't lose any of it, and then you built on it and fixed it. So here he is. Also, like the text appearing and shit is like now there's like a whole ton of it to read. I'm sure it's all
It's all I looked at the translation. It's all like I'll kill you. You're dead. Punching
heaven, earth, violence,
like that.
Tree, soul, spirit, kill, murder, hell, death. Kill.
And on top of Akuma showing up, here comes the balance patch alongside him.
As we begin season 2 officially.
So we can live in a world in which every single character has been specifically balanced to job to Akuma.
Well, so this game has been one where most characters have had fairly even amounts of life. Geef and Marissa get a little bit more, but they're not really fucking around with low and high health values. Akuma is usually a glass cannon. He has all those things.
Akuma's usually got 800 instead of 1,000. Right?
He's got all those moves, but the trade-off is he dies easier. I imagine they're going to do the same thing around this time. There's got to be a downside, right? There's got to be a downside.
All right, here. Hey, Jamie's coming in with only 3 drinks. There's no 4th drink anymore. You just drink number 1's where you start. Come on, yeah.
Pre-drunk, yeah.
That would be like the most insane buff that's ever happened to anybody.
I mean, there's a lot of wild shit you could do with again, like the idea of Jamie installing permanently or starting with 1 or keeping them across rounds.
You know what? Fuck it. Jamie has the target combo at 0 drinks. Done. The character goes up a full letter grade.
If you let the intro rock, he takes an extra sip. Yeah. No. So we'll see whatever they do, but I imagine Akuma's going to have something to him that is going to be fucking just, the balancing can't be so insane that he gets all of that plus 5 supers and his turn on the Xbox, know
that. Akuma's come out and been like fucked. Like that has happened.
Yes, but we're trapped in
every game he's ever released in.
But we've never released a game that's been this tight from day one. So fingers are crossed, Yeah, we'll see. He also gets to hold his punches to get his extra fireballs as well. So he gets regular and multi-hitting.
You know what? We'll just keep all those extra fireballs and just hold the button for a second. It makes sense. Those Masatsu fireballs always took longer anyway. They don't need a different motion. Just have you hold the button.
And if it clashes, it eats the hits from whatever it clashes with and gives you the remainder. Anyway. He's dropping on May 22nd with Enma's Hollow and the balance patch. Cool.
And all the DLC costumes.
Yes, for the extra characters as well.
Which are almost all better than everybody's existing costumes. Like they're all slam dunks.
They didn't show off any of the new missing ones yet for 3, but for the new characters at the very least. But yeah, we'll see what they are. So far, they've been fucking great. So Raging Demon only when he's about to die now, only in CA.
And you can combo into it.
Yes. So
which means it's probably not like a 0 frame grab or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might be a hit.
Making it conditional, I get it. Like you can combo into it, but you can only have it during a certain moment. Plus, it costs all your resources. Because in 5, it was also conditional, right? You have to do V-Trigger 1 to access it. I get that idea as well. I was kind of wondering, I was like, what if it's like only when you're in burnout or something, like that, or the opponent, that is, like to say. But when you're about to die, he's gonna.
I feel like I'm just thinking about that because I had forgotten about burnout while we were talking about this. Like, if Akuma has a lower health than anyone else, and you want to do all this fancy shit, then him getting into burnout, you might as well just put the controller down and let your opponent kill you.
Oh man, maybe, because when you
look, that makes him more glass than usual.
Yeah, because you see what in the video he does. I think he does like air fireball, lands it, and then does drive rush in, and as the air fireballs are hitting, he's converting it into a launch with his up kick. And then continue extending it to like all the way to the wall into like a level 1 super. And so you're just like, oh yeah, with drive rush he can air fireball into fucking covering his bases, which typically would be, again, that would be like a V-trigger thing, from before. So
I can easily see like a lot of players in like gold and below just being like, check out this Akuma combo I did. Okay, so you've burnt out 10 seconds into the round because you did your cool Akuma combo.
Shake my hand.
Every possible fucking resource you had.
Here comes,
and it was really cool.
Yeah, and we all saw it, but here comes my loyal fans.
Yeah.
Bye. Maybe. We'll see what they do.
I'm excited to see round 3 Akuma versus Manon.
Oh boy.
I'm excited to see 2 throws equals death.
So if they didn't fuck with his like life, they could fuck with his drive like lost.
Oh yeah.
They could do shit like they could balance it around him losing drive more frequently. They could find other ways if they didn't want him to take more damage. Not that I think that would probably be worse. Actually, I think it'd be better to stay alive.
I would prefer the lower life.
Yeah, than to get forced into burnout more often. That'd be insane. Probably, but anyway, we'll see. All right, and then that's not the only big, exciting returning character coming back. Oh shit, Evo Japan, what's going on? Lydia is returning to Tekken 8. Did you see?
What's Lydia?
She's the president.
Of Poland.
Yes, Lydia.
Oh, cool.
Sobieska.
I like her. She's cool.
And she did the chops, and she did the punches, and she did the Poland.
Hold on, Wooly. We need to stop talking about the Evo Japan announcements for approximately 40 minutes while we wait for Twitch to unban those channels.
Oh, God. Poor Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. In the middle of the finals, Twitch banned all the Evo channels, and everyone was like, what the fuck happened? And like 40 minutes later, they came back. At least the Japanese channel stayed up, so people were able to switch over.
I am in love with the way that I found that out, which was somebody making a little joke tweet about like the Twitch robot saw like Street Fighter 6 Grand Finals with Cammy, Ken, JP, and Blanca and thought it was a rebroadcast, and so banned it.
People were trying to figure out, they're like, is it because of the unmoderated chat? What was going on? The Evo account tweeted out later that apparently there was like a login issue. So someone, maybe one too many people, or someone logged in some way that they weren't supposed to, and it seemed suspicious, and it caused an auto ban.
Oh, like people setting up the streams,
yeah,
were logging in on like 40 different fucking setups,
something like that. There was something suspicious happened with the login, and it triggered an auto ban or whatever. That happened. But yeah, no. So Tekken, they revealed that. Of course, we all know that the true winner of Evo Japan in our hearts was Jin Mashima, who, if anyone hasn't tuned in.
Great name.
When I was talking about how good Eddie is as a piece of DLC, what comes to mind for a lot of people? Like, you make the joke, oh, Eddie, Tekken is 33333.
Tekken is 3.
Yeah. And then some people get to work with their mods and their AIs and their shit, and they put together a goddamn controller mash bot that just streams Eddie mashing 3, which is the X button,
exclusively,
and playing online against people and fucking winning and moving up
higher rank than me,
moving up the ranks generally, and seeing and get like a couple people catch on, a whole lot of people don't, and some people that do catch on still eat it, and those are the worst ones, because he's doing that one combo, and depending on when you press 3, it's gonna he's gonna pop you up, go into a full wall convert, get that install into banana stand, his Mandingo point, he's gonna get it. It's crazy that you could just have that one mashed button do so much and carry you so far. Everyone's typing 3DDY, so Thready is doing it.
It's probably... Did you just say fucking Mandingo point?
That's what I said. Correct.
Okay. Sorry. My brain just kind of
you
rolled back on itself for a second.
When you get to level 2 Mandingo, it buffs his banana stand.
We talked about this.
We've been over this.
We talked about this. This is a perfect actual visualization that you can show people, and you're like, this is the fucking bell curve of I'm just pushing buttons in real life. This is what happened. This is the difference between complete amateur, or in this case, literal fucking non-human robot that doesn't do anything, and beginner player.
Yeah.
And like Tekken feels extra bad for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Tekken has always felt the worst of I'm learning how to play. Fuck, I'm getting beaten up by 5-year-olds.
Just juggled right over, and it's because it's doing a bunch of mids, and then there's eventually a low, but it also is like, it's a filter that is a very early beginning filter, which is, are you fighting while paying attention to what your opponent is doing at all?
No.
At all.
No.
Or are you just focused on doing your thing that you practiced and trying to land
I want
it?
to do my thing.
Yeah.
I want to do my big Akuma combo. I don't care if I burn out afterwards.
Well, then good luck. You know, if you are paying attention at all to what is happening, then you can do that. You can figure it out. Some people, again, you do start to see them blocking. I saw some folks like switch over to the modern button toggle, you know, once they kind of saw what was going on. But the whole time, the chat is just getting mad at anyone who figures it out and fights back.
Oh, yeah.
The level of venom at anyone who's like, oh, fuck you, you try hard, you think you're so good, blocking
Just
the
block,
low.
stupid.
You know?
Just block.
And it's just like, yeah, block the mid, crouch. You're gonna see the sequence, and then after the third one comes in, block the low and punish. And people are so upset when people start blocking it. Oh god, it's great. It's great. So yeah, Jin Mashima on Twitch is streaming that Eddie bot for now. You can go check that out.